Hello, welcome to the Business of Us podcast. Everyone in app growth has an opinion on AI, web to app, and channel strategy. But few of those opinions ever get stress tested in public. In this episode, we're bringing you a live panel debate featuring Hannah Pervaz, founder at Aperture, Evelina Pendino, app growth and performance marketing global lead at Binance, and Veronica Lee, global performance media specialist at H&M. The format is simple. 6 provocative statements, from AI replacing growth roles to data versus creative, and the panel, along with a live audience voting in real time, has to agree or disagree. Along the way, you will hear which growth tasks AI can already handle, why fintech cannot rely on performance marketing alone, and how changing a single optimization event cost per acquisition by 96%. If you work in app growth, user acquisition, or performance marketing, this is what's real, what noise, and what to try next week. Without any further ado, let's get started.
Most conversations about app growth right now fall into 2 main buckets. One is about tactics, new channels, hacks, and the other are big macro themes like AI, platform shifts, changing user behavior, privacy. But we don't usually really test which of these things actually matters or which of these things we actually think are true. So I'm going to stress test a few statements with you guys about what's next for app growth. And Veronica and Eva will be choosing agree or disagree with their placards that you just saw. And while they debate, you are going to be voting live as well. So everybody scan that QR code. Alex, I'm looking at you. And then we will compare what the panel thinks and what the room thinks, okay? So by the end, we should have a clear picture of what's real, what's noise, and what teams should actually be doing next. Okay, so quickly, Veronica, please introduce yourself and then Eva.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Veronica. I am based in Stockholm, in Sweden, working at H&M headquarters, and I'm a global performance media specialist. My focus area is in media platform development. Very nice to be on the stage.
Eva, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Evelina. I lead global growth at Binance, focusing on channels like Google Ads, Apple Search Ads, and programmatic channels. And I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you so much. So 2 ladies at the absolute top of their game right now. So I am going to give you the first statement first, and I want to see what your votes are, okay? AI will replace most traditional growth roles within the next 3 years. Okay, everyone, cast your votes as well. Get scanning if you haven't yet. Oh, okay. You both disagree with that. Talk us through it. Veronica, go first.
Yeah, I would say it's true that AI is developing in a very, very quick way, but then replacing most traditional growth within 3 years is too ambitious. Mm-hmm. I see that more as a tool to aid us to do our job, to do some execution work, but not all the growth roles itself.
Mm-hmm. Eva, which specific growth tasks are already replaceable with AI?
So many now. I would say heavily execution task, something that you can optimize and you do on a daily basis. So for example, content translation, I believe most of us already using AI for that. But also optimization, Apple Search Ads could be fully optimized and managed by AI, Google Ads as well. Reporting, I use AI for reporting almost all the time, and it works very well. Creative as well, so many different things that actually depend heavily on execution.
So this is a lot of different things that can be already replaced by AI. So what should a junior growth hire be doing in 2026 then? Or 2027? What would you put your juniors on if you're already automating a lot of that stuff with AI? Veronica?
Yeah, I would say still there is a value for the junior people to join because they will grow it as a senior. And I think what was the most irreplaceable part of AI would be the human decision, like strategy validation part. Because yeah, of course, they can generate a lot of great idea, a good brainstorming tool, and it also helps us to scale, as Evelina said, on a creative report automation. But then still, the human part is, I would still say, is a key. So even though like for junior growth employee, there's still a value for them to learn and to grow to learn about this human decision part.
Yeah, there's definitely, I would say there's definitely a lot of benefits for juniors to be able to grow into seniors. I'm just curious, like, what will we put the juniors on now? You know, what is it that if you brought a junior in tomorrow into your team, what would they be working on?
They will manage AI. AI can't do everything on its own. So someone needs to actually manage AI.
Yeah.
I look at AI as an extra tool for us marketer actually to be better at our job, be more efficient, go faster and more creative. And I believe AI is not going to replace us. It's an extra tool for us. Plus, maybe AI will create some jobs. We don't know.
Absolutely, it will. Okay. The audience disagrees as well, so you guys win. Next one is performance marketing is still the only scalable growth lever for most apps. Oh, you both disagree with this one as well. Okay, you go first, Evelina.
So performance marketing definitely is great to measure performance and control, but it's not the only acquisition channel. So especially for apps like fintech, crypto, so here just performance marketing is not enough because we need to build trust and brand awareness around our product. Basically, all the apps where users need to put their money into it, performance marketing is not efficient on its own. So we need other channels like YouTube, for example, connected TV, digital out of home to basically build the trust and brand awareness around our product.
Yeah, exactly. I also agree with that we disagree. So we, as a fashion brand, we put a lot of resources also in branding as well. And also we have a large customer base. So we put in a lot of resources on CRM, loyalty as well, that they can maybe refer a friend or bring people to the store. So I would say, I can definitely see performance marketing. It is a really, really great channel for us to scale because we are both in performance, right? But then it's not the only one. I would say it goes hand in hand with all other channels together.
And what type of apps is performance marketing still the most scalable lever? Is there a specific type of app that it works best for?
Maybe like gaming.
Yeah, I was saying gaming as well. So all apps where you don't need to build the trust, basically, for the product. So for gaming is a perfect example. Users want to install the app and play instantly. So, yeah.
And when does, especially in finance, for example, where trust is so important, and at the moment in fintech apps, day one retention is falling. Like it's falling year on year. Day one retention for fintech apps now is about 12%. It's super low. So when does performance marketing stop being a growth lever and start exposing a weak funnel?
So I would say when, so for example, not every channel we can scale, like Bing ads, for example, even that the performance is good, even if we want to spend more, actually it's impossible for us because there is not enough inventory available. And channels, when we can see that we put more money into it, and it doesn't bring us more incremental value, more users, and more revenue, basically we can't scale it here anymore. And the metrics that we should look at definitely are our KPIs. In our case, it's cost per first trade, ROAS, and LTV. And if we can't grow, we hit the limit, we can't scale it anymore.
Do you want to add anything, Veronica? Or
I think it's a really great answer.
Yeah, the audience agree with you here. You can see we've got magic screens down here, actually. 90% disagree, so you're right. This one maybe, who knows about this one, okay? But web to app funnels are now essential for profitable growth. What do you think? Is it essential to your business to have web to app funnels? Oh, okay. Veronica, go ahead. Why do you agree that they're essential?
Yeah, and again, speaking of my experience in a fashion company, we a lot of user journey start from the website, and then and we find that most of our loyal customers and also the revenue, they are actually coming from app. That's why this is like a really like a focus that we have to drive people from our customer from web to app. And I also read something from Meta regarding the investment this year or like last year, that web to app is actually increasing significantly. So I see that it's not just us, but maybe many other advertisers, they're also thinking the same way.
A lot of advertisers are thinking the same way. It's a huge conversation. I mean, companies like Mob, who was on before, they have an incredible web to app strategy. There's a lot of money going through their web funnels, and it's happening more and more with lots of different companies. I'll be tearing it down with Lucas later. But where does web to app fail or become unnecessary? You disagreed with this statement. This is the most divisive one so far. We were like 90%, 10%, and now we're 59%, 41%. So where does web to app fail? Why doesn't it work with Binance?
Maybe not particularly in Binance, but I'm just very particular about the question. Okay. So it's not essential for all apps. Mm-hmm. Some apps can do perfectly well without it. For example, again, gaming apps. So here, adding the extra step into the funnel, it's not beneficial, as users want to instantly play. So not for every app, but definitely businesses that don't explore web to app lose on efficiency here. So we know that web to app improve actually conversion rates. It's great, for optimization. We have more data to optimize. So for finance and Binance, actually, that's a totally different story, as here is very valuable.
Yeah. And as you said, you do see higher conversion rates. In our experience, we're seeing very similar cost per trials on some of our products. And then after that, we're seeing 35, 40, 45% conversion from trial to paying in app. And we're seeing 60, 65, 70% conversion from trial to paying on web funnels. And so almost double the conversion rate, number one. Number two, obviously, we're not paying the Apple tax, 30%. We are still paying some fees to Stripe or for our own tax. Obviously, you have to manage your own tax. But it is a substantial decrease in the amounts that you're paying, especially if you're making over 1 million a year. So, it's changing. People are agreeing more now. But okay, we're ending up on 61% agree, 39% disagree that web to app funnels are essential. So, okay, we're thinking they're essential now. Statement 4. Are you ready?
Yep.
The best growth strategy in 2026 is doing fewer channels, not more. What do you think? Oh, okay. What's everyone thinking in the audience?
50-50.
Okay, it's probably only 2 votes so far, but that's fine. Okay, Evelina, what do you think? Why?
So, of course, that depends on the business and resources that we have. But I believe it's better to do fewer channels, but well, and optimize them and scale them, and not, focusing on too many channels at the same time with limited budget, limited conversions that we are getting. So definitely it's better, in my opinion, to do fewer but better. Mm-hmm. However, it's very important to test new channels. So we need to keep that in mind and have extra budget for testing.
And how do you decide which channel deserves more depth versus one that you're going to just kill?
So of course, channels which we can, where we have enough inventory, first of all, where we can scale. And when I say scale, we still hitting our KPIs, and we can scale more. So for example, when we put the money into the campaign, we see incremental value out of it. So CPA is not just increasing without extra users, but actually we can see that the revenue is still in our benchmark. So definitely we can scale here. And of course, channels where we have enough data to feed the algorithm with, and basically, to scale.
Mm-hmm. And Veronica, what do you think? You
Exactly, I disagree.
Yeah.
But I agree with what Evelina said, that we shouldn't spread our budget too thinly. But the reason why I disagree with this statement is that I still see there is a lot of room for us to test new things. And of course, we have to make sure that the budget it is enough for us to test. So for example, like right now, even though we have a very established channel strategy in our company, we are still trying to grow influencer team to test in a new way of working. So I would say, yes, it also depends on the stage of the company. And if you are new, then of course you want to test out which one works the best for you. But then even though you're a very established brand or company, then I would still say it is not harmful to have more channel, but just not like 100 different channels with just like 50K budget. Then it's not working.
Yeah, I wish I had 100 channels with 50K budget. I don't have that much budget. But you said something about it's important what stage your company is at as well. So what is the danger of doing too many channels too early? What happens then?
Yeah, I would say the focus and the budget will be spread too thinly. Then each channel, they don't have enough budget to test out the best result out of that. So that's why I think, and also we will have to have more resources to manage all those campaigns and all those channels. It's more about, it's like the 80-20 rule that you focus most.
Pareto principle.
Exactly.
Very
One
nice.
of the important ones.
So the audience agrees that in 2026, doing few channels, not more, is the strategy. So everyone's just going to be concentrating budgets now for this year into next year, and then we'll see what happens. Everyone's just going to be finding out about everything on ChatGPT next year, probably. So, okay. So number 5, growth teams should own the entire user journey, including product. What do you think? I mean, for me, at all of the businesses that I worked at, product and marketing rolled into growth. So, okay, disagree and an agree. Evelina, what do you think? So you agree growth should own the entire user journey. Tell us about that.
Yes, I agree, because growth doesn't finish on acquisition.
Growth does not finish on acquisition.
Exactly. So, and I guess most of us actually optimize our campaigns, and our KPIs are based on bottom funnel conversions, ROAS, LTV.
50-50. It was 50-50 for a second.
Yeah. So, and moreover, paid traffic without optimization, from my point of view, is just waste of money. So definitely product lifecycle should be part of growth, or at least have shared KPIs, direct relationship, and work together, because we have the same goal here.
What's your North Star metric in Binance?
So we look at ROAS, LTV, but also we try to keep our cost per first trade in our benchmark, global benchmark as well.
Cost per first trade is a very important one, of course. You disagreed.
Yes. But I agree with what Evelina said, that growth doesn't finish at acquisition.
Nope.
It's the entire journey that we can influence. But how I see it is that it's not the growth team to own the entire journey, but then they influence it. So because like the journey is long, so from the first touch to like after a few different touches, and then they become a user or like a customer, and then the retention and so on, and then so many other different elements are involved, and including product. So if the growth team own the entire journey and also the product, then it would be like too scatter, I would say. But then we definitely should share our insight, what we find and what would be the best. For example, like the like even UX UI that could improve the performance to the relevant team, so that we work together instead of we own to have the mandate to make the decision.
The way I always see it is that anybody who's working on anything for the product or anything for top of funnel or anything anywhere should only be working on that thing because it's impacting the growth of the business. And what I've seen as well is that whenever we do create those silos with marketing are doing this, or product are doing this, or growth is only operating on like one small area, the growth team tends to become like almost a shallow product team. And how do you stop that from happening if you aren't unifying it all?
Yeah, it's actually the situation that we are having right now in our company.
Yeah.
And we are such a huge organization. We have 400 people in marketing and with all the like production studio, because we have in-house shooting, everything. Within the team. But then what we have been trying really hard to work on this to find a solution. Then what we have right now is to have regular meetings to share insights with the key stakeholders in each team. So like, for example, like the creative team, that they have some idea about what they want to do next season. And then we share the insight from the campaigns and also the previous performance and also the best practices and the trends with them. We also introduce the partners together with the creative team so that they understand more from the growth and performance perspective, but not just in the wrong branding expertise. So I would say closer communication and closer
communication. That's really key. I mean, especially in big companies, 400-person marketing team is massive. Most people in this room won't even know what that's like to work inside that kind of size of structure of just one team. So communication is so key. How is it structured in Binance?
I think it's about 400 people as well.
In marketing?
In marketing.
Whoa, no.
So I would add, I agree with Veronica, but I would add shared KPIs, as I mentioned before. It's very important. It's not like we are working for different goals or KPIs. That wouldn't make sense. But also have clear boundaries. To have very clear who is working on what. If acquisition, for example, identified the issue, the drop in the funnel, go straight away to the product team, and product team act on that quickly and basically fix the issue.
Thank you, guys. And the room disagree with this statement. Growth teams apparently should not own the entire user journey, including product. Probably a lot of product people voted on this one. We've got our last contentious statement. Everyone get ready to cast your last votes before you get to have some snacks. Data and targeting still matter more than creative in scaling apps. Okay, think about performance. Is your data and your targeting more important, or is your creative more important? Okay, Eva, go ahead. You agree, you think data and targeting is more important than...
Yeah, I partly agree. So of course, data targeting is super important, especially for finance app, crypto app. So for example, in our case, crypto is still a niche. So we need to be very selective with our targeting to make sure we are not actually targeting users who will never convert because they are not interested. So yeah, I would say it's very important. However, nowadays, platforms, they do the heavy lifting on their own. With AI, we're utilizing AI quite a lot, and now recommended targeting is broad. And we don't really have much control over targeting anymore. So I would say slowly we are shifting into more creative. And here where we really have a control as the marketers, we can be very creative with that and with the messaging that we are showing to our users. So I would say still targeting, however, more and more we are shifting to creative side.
Creative is so important. And yeah, the targeting itself has been being slowly stripped away from us over the last 10 years. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg last year said this year, Meta would just be like, put your credit card and your URL in, and then we'll magic all your ads for you. Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're quite there yet, but for me as well, the data is so important. You know, we recently finally managed to convince one of the companies that we work with to put post-install events in. They're very early stage, right? But we were getting great cost per installs, but the conversion to trial, it made us cry. You know, it's not good. Not good. So we were seeing great cost per install, but then £158 cost per trial. Okay? Disgusting, sickening, nauseous. But then as soon as they put in the trial event, and we started optimizing for the trial, okay, cost per install went up. No one cares though. Cost per trial came down to like £18, which then suddenly over one day made them like a 0.9 trackable ROAS. So, you know, Meta is underreporting. So basically overnight made them a profitable business. Just with that, we used all the same creatives. We used all the same targeting, but we just changed the data. So data for me, like Is it more important than creative? At some levels, it can be. There's been times where we've reduced CPA by 96% for other companies just by changing that optimization event. Veronica, you agreed with this, did you? So what do you think?
Yes.
Oh, you disagreed?
I disagree.
You disagreed? What do you think?
I feel that I'm not a very agreeing person in this
No,
panel.
you're very argumentative.
Yeah, I disagree most of the time. But it's not that I feel that creative is more important than data and targeting. I feel that they are equally important. So not just at fashion industry, but in my previous work, also focusing a lot in performance. Of course, it's important to target the right people, but then showing them the right message, it really worked a lot. And we've done a lot of A/B tests to prove that. Proof about it, and that's why in the previous question I was also mentioning that I see the growth team, they are working together with the wider team or the creative team hand in hand together to get the best result. So this one is like, I think they are mostly they're equal.
They're equal. And actually the audience will think that data and targeting matters more than creative now, which is really interesting. What do you guys think about what the audience thinks?
If we agree or disagree with
Yeah, do you?
Why do they agree?
Yeah, I answer agree. So I agree with the audience. I think they're right.
Well done, audience. Okay, you've ended on a high for these guys. The last round, quickly, is, and we've got 1 minute left. Okay, what is one thing that every growth team should try next week? Okay, so just to give them a gift to go away with, based on the conversations that we've just had now.
No.
Next week.
Yeah. What can they take back tomorrow or on Monday that they can just start testing?
Oh, so it's like a new test.
Yeah,
I was
new
about
test,
to, because
something new,
the first thing that popped off of my mind would be to leverage more on AI, actually.
Leverage more on AI. Okay. What
Yeah.
should they be doing?
So just to, if you want to get more ideas, then, or like you want to streamline your workflow, then you can think about using it more to, instead of letting them replacing your work, let them help you. That would be my instant thought.
Yep, absolutely.
I would say AI as well, but something that you don't like to do on a daily basis, but you still have to. I would create some bots, for example, and integrate that with your Gmail, Slack, Telegram. And basically, without reading all the messages that you are getting, AI will, or the bot will create basically for you the quick summary, the most important thing that you need to know, something that you need to answer, and also draft your email back. Of course, you will send and you will double check, but at least draft the email back. I think that will be very, very beneficial and will save you lots of time.
So you hate emails?
I wouldn't say hate, but sometimes it's overwhelming.
Okay, so AI is not going to take your jobs, but you should be using it to make your job better. Okay, it's break time, so thank you so much to Evelina and Veronica. Please give them a final round of applause.
Thank you.
And that was the episode 270, The Future of App Growth, Expert Interactive Panel, featuring the discussion panel from the Business of Apps London 2026. To listen to more episodes, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube podcasts. Just search for Business of Apps and you will find us easily. Remember, we release episodes on Mondays, so subscribe and you will be able to get new episodes on your smartphone, tablet, or computer as soon as we release them. And please don't forget to leave us a review or comment on iTunes. It is highly appreciated. And all episodes will also be available on businessofapps.com. Thank you for listening. See you next week.